Hello! Oh my god, where's the game? Anyway, welcome back, guys. Totally weren't waiting for this. Okay, I'm glad you weren't waiting because now you don't have to wait. Anyways, hello. I hope you guys have been doing well. Anyway, we are back with more Paranormasight. And I think a little short recap from the previous stream. Let me try to remember. Because, yo, Aspho and your penguin friend, yes. Maybe we should give him a name. Maybe we should give our little penguin guy. He's a silly little guy. He could be Georgie. Maybe we'll name him Georgie for now. He's just a little guy. Okay. Excited to see him cook. Okay. Thank you. We will be... Actually, no, I'm not the one cooking. It's Shogo who's cooking. I'm just trying to guide him. I'm like the... What was it? I'm like his Remy to his linguine. You know? I'm the rat in their chef hat. Anyway, I think last time we figured out that filling up the totem or whatever, the charm, just kills me. Just kills Shogo, so... Anyway, now we're gonna go to a new timeline right here. So let's get right into it, actually. So we're gonna try to unlock this. The issue is this game doesn't tell you what to do in the actual, like, when you die, that's when it handholds you, but when you're in the game, it does not tell you how to do anything, which I kind of like, actually. But anyway, let's read the summary of this event, just in case we forget. Shogo Oki is with Yoko Fukunaga at Kinshibori Park, searching for one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. His interests in the occult starts to grow as he learns more about it from Yoko. Okay, let us restart or I don't know. Let's resume. Start from the beginning. Oh, I can choose where to start. Yeah, let's start at here because I think we already did this. This is like Ratatouille, except Remy made linguine. Yeah, that would definitely be accurate if Ratatouille was a darker movie. That's definitely what it was. Whoa, what's going on? What the hell? Feels like the air just changed. And she's like, right behind you. And I'm gonna be like, right behind me? That can't be right. All right, so I feel like that kind of be like Death Note. I've never watched Death Note actually, but I feel like it would be. But who's the Remy in Death Note? Oh wait, no, yeah, there was like that demon thing, right? All right, anyway, let's move on. Let's try to focus on the game. We're trying to not get her killed right now. And if I remember correctly, what got her killed was looking back here. Do I have to talk to her? Okay, maybe I should talk to her. Yoko, are you okay? Okay, we've already seen. Let me just skip this because we've seen this already. Okay, I'm looking. Where is it? It's not showing up this time around. Hello? Bro, I gotta pee. Please hold my hand. This is quite a tense scene, but we've seen it before, guys. Don't worry. I'm supposed to do something. Keep yelling her name? Yeah, let's do that. Huh? What? Is calling her name really going to help? I'm already yelling as hard as I can. Shouldn't I look for what's causing this? No, you should not be doing that because that's how you got her killed. There's nothing there. Trust me. Yoko! Hang in there, Yoko. Look at me. You're going to be okay. It's alright. There's nothing there. Yoko! I can't scream. It's... Wait, what? What happened? Oh god. What? Did she die again? What's going on? Okay. I guess we unlocked the secret event. Thank you. Thank you, Phantom Thief. Alright, let's continue on. Shogo cries Yoko's name in a desperate attempt to wake her as she lies, unmoving, on the ground. Will his pleas get through to her? Okay, at least she's not dead? Question mark? Is she? Oh god, my allergies. Hold on, let me drink some water. Okay. Let's go. Oh my god, she's alive. We did it. Huh? Oh good, you're awake. What? Are you okay? You were so rattled and confused, I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance? Wait, what did you say? I think I've heard that before. You're the one who said it earlier. Oh, right. That might have been it. My humors were off balance. What, back there? You ended up like that because of your humors? Yeah. I've heard that at this age, your humors being even a little bit off can be fatal. What is humors? Like your... what you find funny? What's going on? Not gonna lie, I don't know why I should be rooting for this guy to save Yoko. I also do not know, honestly. Because apparently they only met like a month ago. So I have no idea. This guy is really in love with her. Infatuated even. Look at him, bro. He's in love. Anyway. I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow. Wait, what happened to you? I don't even remember that. What? Are you backing out? Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me, and I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation. Come on, I just started feeling back to normal too. Nope, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay your cab fare, okay? Okay. His instincts are like popping off right now. I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So to placate, I don't know what that means. I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Okay, this is where it gets spicy. I have literally no idea what they're talking about. Okay, so apparently she's the one who basically got him into this mess in the first place. Oh, and we just skipped all the way here? Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, basically Yoko was the one who made us go there anyway in the first place to investigate, and basically she died. And we tried to save her, and then I died, and then we went back in time to save her from dying instead of resurrecting her. Anyway, this is kind of complicated. Alright, let's just read this. Worried about Yoko after her bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off their investigation into the mysteries for the night. Despite her stubborn objections, he manages to persuade her by offering to continue the search on his own. Alright, so we are gonna continue the search. 5. I've been there for like 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been there for 4 hours? What have I been doing? In further news... Am I dead? Oh my god, I died! Before dawn today, a police officer on patrol discovered a man collapsed in Sumida City Park. The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other Unexplained deaths found in an area around the same time. Someone killed me. Well, that definitely escalated very quickly. What? Oh my god, we finished the game! Yes! No, I'm just kidding. That can't be it. Right, so we got our first ending at the very least, which was very fast. I did not expect to get our first ending in like 15 minutes of the stream. But here we are. Okay. Is there a way to skip this? Because I would like to go back and figure out what I did wrong. What else can we do? Aside from just randomly dying. Oh, here we go. Okay. Well done in your effort thus far. This brings Shogo Okia's story to a close. Wait, what? Ah, but this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. The roots of the three protagonists have now been unlocked. What? Bruh, they pulled a fake protagonist on us? See you, not sexy? Wait, what was going on? Harue Shigima, a woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who is looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Oh wait, sorry. This is supposed to be the storyteller. Yako Sakazaki. Yako! Wait, what the fuck? What voice did I give him? Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead. A girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Each of them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the rite of resurrection. Following these three storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Thank you for listening to my tale. Bruh, no way. Yako. Should we start with Yako? Yako? We could. Because, okay, definitely, like, she randomly died. She randomly died. Well, in this timeline anyway. And this guy, we got bamboozled. He's not even the protagonist. She's not the protagonist either. What the hell? It's these three. I did not expect that at all. Yeah, same. I am interested in, since we know about these two a little bit more, since we had their backstory and then we just killed her off instantly. I think we should start with her just because we have no idea what who she is. Yako Sakazaki searches for the rite of resurrection, hoping to revive her friend who jumped to her death. To get the information she needs, she meets with her classmate Mio Kurosuzu in their classroom at midnight to attempt using a spirit board. Okay. If you pick Tetsuo, you get the yummy boy toy. Okay, maybe we can do that after this. I mean, I assume this isn't like a continuous run. So let's see. Maybe we can do that next. Sunny does make a good point, but we're already here. Anyway, she seems like a timid girl. That should be everything. Okay, let's start. Ready for this, Yako? I think I'm gonna need a second, honestly. Sorry. Can you give me a second? It's okay. It's normal to be nervous your first time. There's nothing to be scared of, I promise. Thanks. I'm ready. Alright, here we are. So I guess she was at the school during the mysterious killings. Persons of interest updated. Is it her? Alright, we got more information about her. Let's go. Yako is a student in Class 2C at Komagata High School. Unable to comprehend why her childhood friend and classmate Michio Shiraishi committed suicide, She attempted to investigate the incident herself. However, she was unable to make any progress and, feeling desperate, invited transfer student Mio Kurosuzu to join her in performing a spirit board ritual. Born and raised in Honjo, Sumida City, Yako's family has owned and operated the beloved candy shop Senoya since its establishment in the early Showa era. Despite her modest appearance, Yako is a cheerful and vivacious young woman with a sense of duty and compassion so strong that she is easily moved to tears. She's also a bit quick-tempered and quarrelsome, always prepared to stand up against those who harm her, family or friends. Oh, harm her family or friends. It is possible, however, that this readiness to fight is more driven by an innate love of chaos. Okay, interesting. So she's a bit of a delinquent, I see. Yako's winning streak against arrogant boys in scraps since she was a child remains unbroken and is a source of considerable stress for her mother. I see. What is winning streak? Oh, because she like beats them up. Okay. Okay, she is definitely like a delinquent. That's cool. Cool. Do we have anything about Mio? We don't. She's me for real? I know, right? Alright, let's start. This is the spirit board. This is how we'll be communicating. First, we'll both put our finger on the 10 yen coin that's on the board. Okay. Oopsies. Where's my finger? There we go. Like this. Just like that. Relax your finger as much as you can. Now for the chant. Repeat what I say, okay? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Your turn. Spectre of the Spirit Board. Spectre of the Spirit Horde. Oh, what the fuck? Please visit us. Okay, there we go. Spectre of the Spirit Board. Spectre of the Spirit Board, please visit us. Good. Please tell us if you're there. Oh my god! Whoa, it really moved. Looks like we succeeded in the summoning. We can ask questions now. Right, the questions. Start with a question you know the answer to and see the response. Then when you know your questions are being answered truthfully, you ask what you really want to know. Okay, I'll start with something simple then. Is it really you? What does that mean? What is this girl's name? What is my name? Yeah, what is my name? I think I should know the answer to this. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. What is my name? Huh? What's the matter? How strange. No. Huh. Told me no. Ah, I bet it means it doesn't know. Maybe the Spectre of the Spirit Board, but it doesn't know everything. Is this spirit really the real deal? Yes. It's fine. I feel like it's giving me attitude. This is a very sassy spirit. What should we ask then? Maybe it should know this place since we're here, right? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, where are we? H I G H he gets what the hell? Higichio. What's going on? High school. I should have known. I thought I was trying to say a Japanese name. High school, that's right. Yes. How did you know? The answers don't seem to be very precise. Yeah, I thought I was gonna say the name of the place, but apparently not. What is this girl's name? Fine. What is the name of the girl across me? M I O. Mio, that's right. So the spirit knows about her, but not me. Man weaved out for a moment there. Oopsies. We are playing a Japanese game. I was just assuming. Yeah, that's not fair. It knows your name, Mio. We even use that weird characters you used to spell your name. How flattering. Mio Kurosuzu, psychic girl. Okay. What's her profile? Mio transferred to Class 2C at Komagata High School. I thought it was going to say Komagata or something. Anyway, about 2 months ago. Although she is an extremely mild-mannered young woman, she exudes a somewhat off-putting dark aura, which makes it difficult for her to form friendships. Mio has, however, found a friend in her classmate Yako Sakazaki and has begun opening up to her little by little. The truth of the matter is that Mio is the apprentice of a famous psychic. Huh. Didn't we meet a psychic? Or like that guy was talking about a psychic in the first stream. I wonder if it's related. Possessing exceptional spirit sense, she takes on the troublesome task of surreptitiously handling spiritual disturbances that break out in schools across Tokyo before they become a problem. Oh, that's why she transferred here. Interesting. I feel like she would be a great protagonist for like a different game. Anyway, she transfers schools frequently as a result and thus has trouble making human friends. Mia's already solved an incident at Komagata High School involving a female student possessed by a spirit. Although she takes effort to hide her spirit sense, many develop an impression that Mio has a deep knowledge of the occult and the paranormal upon first meeting her, leading her to be anxious that her secrets have been exposed. The most common comment she receives is that she seems to get along well with the crows and black cats. Interesting. I mean, you have a star as your clip. We could assume, you know. I bet. Even the teachers get it wrong all the time. I guess these paranormal beings just tend to take a liking to you. Huh. I don't know how I should feel about that. Let's ask if it knows my name again. I'll ask it again. What is my name? No. It really doesn't know. It didn't even hesitate this time. Okay, I guess it really doesn't know. Is it really you? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Are you truly the Spectre of the Spirit Board? No, it's not. Huh, it said no. Is it lying? That means there's a different spirit that's usually here? Not quite. The Spectre of the Spirit Board is just a temporary name we call them when using the board. We're actually calling a spirit with a strong tie to this place, or one of the people participating. In other words, a spirit that just happened to be nearby just felt like answering. They don't really think of themselves as the Spectre of the Spirit Board. Oh, really? Huh, feels like some of the mystique has disappeared. Do you mind if I still call you the Spectre of the Spirit Board? Yes. They do mind. Okay. Thanks. Always good to remember to say please and thank you. Okay. Does that mean it's okay with us calling Spectre of the Spirit Board? I wonder what kind of spirit is speaking to us right now then. Due to the occult craze, divinations become popular. Okay, yes. Let's continue on. Alright, it's time to try asking serious questions. Yeah. Oh yeah. I am curious. Hold on. Let me I don't want to like fuck up my game. Let's say real quick. I'm curious. Who does Mio have a crush on? Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. What is the name of the boy Mio has a crush on? Hey, you're going to ask that kind of question? Doesn't everyone ask this kind of stuff with spirit boards? Besides, I'm curious. No. Let's not do this. No. Interesting. It doesn't want to say. Huh, it said no. Guess that must mean you don't have a crush on anyone. Whew. Yeah, that's it. No is correct. Let's move on. Or maybe you have a crush on a lady. Or that. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Do you mean the boy isn't in our class? Yes. Oh, juicy. Wait, how does the Spectre even know this? Hey, stop that. Don't make me exercise you. If that's the case, then. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Is it a teacher at our school? No. Ah, no good, huh? Yako, cut it out already. You made the effort to sneak in at night. We shouldn't waste time with these questions. You've got a point. Alright, let's see what Michio's cause of death really is. Okay, here I go. I'll be serious now. Yes, please. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi in our class, who died by committing suicide by jumping 1 week ago, really commit suicide? No. Dun dun dun. So it really wasn't. I'm not surprised. I never believed it from the start. Now's the important part. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so this is what she looks like. Okay. So we're trying to revive her, apparently. Let's see. Michio was a second-year student at Komagata High School. She was found deceased 1 week ago in a back alley of South Warigasui Street, her entire body broken and severely contorted. Police determined that Michio committed suicide by jumping from a nearby apartment building. As there was no suicide note, the police based their conclusion on interviews with Michio's peers. Huh. Michio was an honor student with a good head on her shoulders and consistently excellent high grades, making her a favorite among the teachers. Although she appeared somewhat reserved, she had a positive outlook on life and a courageous spirit. Michio and Yako formed a long-lasting friendship during childhood, with Yako's unbending, uncompromising attitude deeply influencing Michio. However, beneath her strong exterior, Michio had been pushing herself too hard and keeping her emotions bottled up to the point that they risked overflowing. Following her father's death 3 years ago and moving to a new house, Michio began avoiding Yako. Although the two remained in the same area of town and attended the same high school, they gradually grew further apart. Yako herself worried for her childhood friend, but incapable of wading into complexities of Michio's home life, kept her distance. The days passed, and though Michio longed to confess everything to Yako, the moment to do so never came. Michio carried an old talisman, a memento of her father, with her at all times. Huh. I wonder if it's related to the talisman somehow. Her death, I mean. Anyway, now it's time to figure out what it is. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board. Did Michio Shiraishi die in an accident? Yes. Oh, it was an accident. Huh. So it was an accident and not a suicide. So it wasn't an intentional murder, it seems like. Michio. Then, did she slip and fall from the apartment building? No. Huh, she didn't. What do you mean? Michio didn't die from falling the apartment building? Yes. Huh. No way. If that were true, then why was she lying on the ground like that in the back alley of the apartment building? It was an accident, but not a fall. Oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, what happened to Michio on that day? Will it answer? Seems like it doesn't know the details. Let's ask this instead. Then how about, oh, Spectre of the Spirit Board, we want to use the rite of resurrection to bring Michio back to life. Do you know where the rite of resurrection is? I wonder. Oh shit. Huh? Oh! What is this? Stop! I'm scared, Mio. Calm down. You can't let go before it's over. Such deep sorrow. A resentful memory is flowing into my mind. This is the fool's possession, so she had it. Kill them. Kill them. those who hear this sound, kill them all. You have acquired the power of the Curse Stone, the Fool's Possession. You can use it to kill those who hear the sound produced by the Curse Echo for more than 30 seconds. The effect will be negated if you are seen at that time. I see. Press the Use Curse button to produce the sound. Urgh. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You, who so strongly desires their right, kill them. Interesting. That is very interesting. Thank God I already peed. Thank goodness then. But yeah. Huh. So she's the one who has Fool's Possession, if I remember correctly. It's interesting because apparently kills by fatal fall one who hears its music for 30 seconds without seeing the curse bearer. So there's like two conditions here. You have to hear the music for 30 seconds and you can't see the curse bearer. Only then will you activate it. That's very interesting. Damn. But then that means like the foot washing one is like so OP because all you have to do is hear it once. And you're practically dead. Okay. It is still pretty good though, yeah. I have to say, because all you have to do is make it like hear the sound, right? So you can just hide somewhere, activate the sound for 30 seconds, and hope to God that they stay there for 30 seconds, and then they're dead. Alright, now let's see what Mr. Tetsuo Tsutsumi is up to. Okay, so what's interesting about this is they were talking about something before Shogo stalked them, basically. So let's see. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division, is investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasuda Gardens, with his subordinate Jun Ario. So that's why they were there. I have a sneaking suspicion he died because of the curse too, though. Like their former employee. Oh wait, they're in the gardens. That's interesting. They started there. All right, we're back. We're back with the boy. With Mr. Ario. I forgot what voice I gave him. Hey boss, forensics all done. The crime scene is clean. The other officers have all gone home. It's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow like nothing ever happened. I doubt it'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, you could just ask them who the perp is. You know, the perp is the cult. Reminds you of that stupid Persona like comic, if you guys know about that. It reminds me, the thumbnail for the streams, 10 out of 10. Thank you, thank you. I worked very hard on that one. Somehow, I doubt it'd be that simple. Oh, but you know, I've heard that high school girls are really into the spirit board thing these days. Just like that scene from like a few seconds ago, which I totally did not see. How do I know about that? Supposedly, you can call on spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're gonna solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. We've got to be open-minded. What if that's how police work is gonna be from now on? What are you talking about? Dojima shortening every other word? I know, right? Don't make me laugh. Listen up, Ario. You're just a rookie. And I've been here in the game for as long as I can remember. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I don't care if it was ghosts or the cult or what. Whoever or whatever it was that did this. I'll get them. I promise you that. Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Biases weaken our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye, aye, boss. Aye, aye, boss. Aye, aye, boss. Why does he sound like that now? So, now that we finished investigating the scene, let's review what we know. Huh? Now? It's getting late. I figured we'd head straight home from here. And I'm kind of tired. It's like 1 a.m., Ario. Come on. Come on. We've got to go all over the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere. Oh yeah, I can still What I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? Must be really into this occult stuff if you get off on being in a place like this. And you have really weird kinks. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around on me. I'm not weird. I'm not the weird one here. Cripes. What? Ugh, fine. Let's get this over with. Aye, aye, boss. Okay, Ario. Tell us what you know. Also, is there someone spooking us? It seems like you can sense that lady. Where's that lady right now? Anyway, let's think real quick. I've got a bad feeling about this case. My gut is rarely wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. Oh, I should have known. Jun Ario, detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division. His rank is sergeant. He's a sergeant? What? No way. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him. Interesting. Alright, let's talk. Let's talk about Tatsumi first, I guess. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the 1st Division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me. You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place. Yeah, about that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but... Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the 1st just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, is a dream come true. Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it? What is it? If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect. Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When you run your mouth like that. It's getting late. You must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here as soon as we can. Yeah, I get it. It doesn't seem like he's like toying with with me for some reason. Anyway, sure, let's talk about me. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today. Oh really? Funny. I've been wowed by you too. Anyway. Huh. Oh, oopsies. That is not what I wanted to do. Ario's snarky attitude reminds me of Adachi. I know. It's like... his attitude is like making me so suspicious of him right now. Like, are you the one who killed him? Did you kill him so that we can have a case with the boss? Hmm. That's a little too far-fetched. Let's calm down. So, early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. While there were no obvious external wounds. The fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. The Sumida officer sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums things up. Okay. Interesting. It seems like he died from the curse as well, though. Seems like. And from the look of things, it seems like the curses only activate past midnight, based on what's happening so far. Let's talk about the victim. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau. Sorry about that. 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles in education. His rank was senior police officer. You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like? Yes, we were in the academy together. Still went out for drinks together every month or two. Interesting. So you know him, Mario. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to us all. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation. Sounds like we lost a good one. Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but it's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling. He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. Only problem was that he took on so much. He had the most unfinished paperwork too. I always felt we'd need an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases. Interesting. Let's check his profile real quick now. He was a gang member. That's why he had like this look about him, like being like, oh, he looks like a Yakuza. And that's because he was. And then he turned his life around. Let's go. He left behind a fiance whom he had been dating since high school. I wonder if that's related to anything. Could it be her? I wonder if this fiance is actually that woman. The other woman. The other protagonist, I mean. Don't worry. You're plenty unusual yourself. Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. I'm so normal. Boss, look at me. I'm normal. Oh god. This is a red flag, guys. The moment someone says they're normal, they're not normal. Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago. There was one even weirder than you? Who was it? I guess he won't say. Can we talk more about the victim? Hajime was quite the bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with the police a lot. He said the officer in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously. That's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes him want to have a drink in his honor. Please don't make fun of my dead friend. Hey, I said in his honor. He should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in this field. You see that like it's a sure thing I'll die. Besides, if I end up hitting it, biting it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss. I know you'll love me. Yeah, I don't know about that, Ario. Yeah, Ario's way too sus. I know, right? Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale. Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how much this investigation goes. Especially if you're not the killer. I can already see it. Ario, no! Why'd you have to go and get yourself killed? No! I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours. My boy, please stop. Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait. Oh my god, he's insane. Bro, he's giving me like Nagito vibes. He's gonna like try to kill himself or something. He's gonna like frame his own murder or something. He's gonna like, who killed my boy Ario? And then he finds out it's him who killed him. Oh my god. Anyway, you can't wait for your own death? Get it together, kid. Sheesh, you really are something. Thank you? Ario, I don't even know why I'm partnering up with you. You are one funky man. What about the victim's family? The Yoshimi family is from Kitasenju in Adachi City. But Hajime's parents... Hajime? Oh, man. Anyway, stop. This isn't Danganronpa. Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone. No siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted. And he lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated. That's bias too, boss. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it. Oh, one more thing. Yeah? Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school, over 10 years. They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman. That's so. How terrible for her. She may know if there'd been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah. His fiancée may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow. I'm just waiting for him to go on a tangent about hope and despair. I feel like he's the type of guy to do that. Honestly, he's insane. And I kind of like it for him. Okay, let's see. We can still talk about the victim. Let's go. Hey boss. I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh great, that's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamizawa last week. Huh? Is everything connected in this game? Yeah, I did hear about that. The girl's name was Michio... Oh, sorry. The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident. Huh. Wait a minute. So she'd been troubled for some time. That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. And that's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so There's nothing else he could do. And now she's dead. Then it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then. He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings on his investigation. I see. And you're thinking that it may have had something to do with his death. We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Right. Let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow too. Interesting how everything is connected. Okay, so based on that alone, I have like a sneaking suspicion that the deaths are all related to these curses, right? And there was a previous like rite of resurrection thingy going on where a bunch of them were like killing each other or something, is what I suspect, and that's how he died. But the way the girl died is very odd. It's not like the other deaths where you die from the curse. So maybe she's like the start of it all. Is there anything you want to say? And what was the other case he was working on? This one is also related to a Komagata High student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good. Juvenile delinquency. Fun. She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then, he met with the girl the day he died. Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him. Right. Just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get through this. We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, does their job. But can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. Oh yes, you're right, boss. She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. See, why does he act like he knows all of this? Anyway, I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her. That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them, and if they need any convincing. Yeah, I'm sure they'd prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss. Because I'm so pretty and handsome and luscious lips and... Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me at least. Jeez. Oh. I thought I was... You were. Shit, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed. God damn. It's probably just me, actually. I'm just really weird, but I'm not. I'm normal. I'm not weird, so... I don't really know. Giving off Adachi and Nagito vibes, this guy might just be my ultimate husbando. I know, right? Bro, and he's handsome, and he has luscious lips, and he has mental health issues? Oh my god. Anyway, we'll stop there. Well, don't think you can get away with that with other people. So anyways, boss, were you even listening? We've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the 2 Komagata High School cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Alright, that's it for tomorrow. Oh god. Doing that gruffy old man voice is taking a toll on me. Hold on. Oh god. Okay. Notes on Hajime Yoshimi. Okay, so we have notes of everything leading up to his death, it seems like. Body found at former Yasuda Gardens. Time of death 2 days prior at 11 a.m. He died in the morning? That means you can use the curse in the morning then. It's just not as common, I guess, because there's so many people around. Cause of death, acute heart failure, cause unknown. Interesting. Currently investigating the fiance and the 2 female students. I see. Interesting. Is that all about the case? But, boss? Yeah? Is this case really important enough to assign to someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but it's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they've got their reasons. Boss, you know something, don't you? It'll all be clear in no time. Try not to worry about it too much. What is boss hiding? What is, and why are you making that face, Ario? Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must have been something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right? You're pretty sharp sometimes, you know that? If you've picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself. What did he know? I feel like there's like some sort of police corruption going on too, huh? Interesting. Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. Ooh, sorry about the stutter, guys. Oh man, reading and speaking lines is harder than I thought. Alright, let's go. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. From what we've seen though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no record of chronic illness, and he had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of the park like that seems suspicious. He found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We've got people trying to identify those prints. If we can find who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets. So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who'd think to try mugging a cop as big as him. I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer, and rose up the ranks quickly. Sounds like the perp would have been pretty strong to take on Hajime. I think the voice acting is my favorite part of this game. Thank you so much. I actually really enjoy voice acting this game. So I'm really glad that there's no voices. Although I feel like if there were voices, I feel like the game would have been amped up by a lot as well. That would have been cool. Alright. Let me backtrack a little bit. Also, Ario, you're staring a little too much. Anyway. Let's recall something real quick here. So, the cause of death was an acute heart failure. Right? Time of death was around 11 p.m. 11 p.m. Not a.m. So he did die at night. Huh. 2 days ago. Outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday. 11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to. That would of course be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? I think someone called him here, right? Or did he come here to hide something? What would he hide though? Did he have a talisman, like one of the curses? Was he a curse bearer himself? That could be likely, but what would he hide? I think he might have been hiding something, actually. Maybe he came here under the cover of night to hide something. I don't know. Why go through all that trouble just to hide something? To be perfectly honest, I think you're going the wrong direction entirely. You think? Since it seems like there was another person here at the time of Hajime's death, wouldn't it be more likely that the other person called him here? Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, that's totally my idea. Thanks. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So, Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret. And then they got into a fight? No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle, a kerfuffle as they say. The perp must have planned something. Then you think it was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with intent to kill him? Wait a minute, you know who else kills people in the park? That lady. Which could be Hajime's fiancée. But I don't know how that lady would be related to Hajime. But I have a feeling they are. Well, there is still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clearer picture once we know exactly what killed him. Right. Oh, I see. This is when the detective is still not a curse bearer, it seems like. Because they still don't know about it, right? I wonder how he gets the curse then. I wonder if he's gonna get it now, actually. About Tatsumi. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss? The hell's wrong with you? Prying into my personal life all of a sudden? It's just I never heard you talk about them or anything. Or are you single? Oh yeah. Shut it. That's none of your business. Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking... The department really pressures young officers to get married, and, kind of, I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though. How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago. God damn it. Huh? So then... God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me, you prick. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up a guy like you. You're so cool, boss. And so edgy and mysterious and... I was never home much. Too focused on work. I'd come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all. How sad. Especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first? It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ario. when you get married, and if you're still a cop, I suggest you drop one of those things. You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand the complexities of being a cop. Anyway, not unless they're involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss? That changes everything. Hold on, Ario. Shut the hell up. You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense, Ario. And also, I don't want you talking about my daughter. It's kind of weird. And I don't you wanting to know more about her. You got it. Thank you for enjoying the improv. Oh, come on. I promise I don't mean this that way it sounds, but you know, how old is she? You know, just, jeez, you don't know when to quit, do you? How about a knuckle sandwich? At least try not to look so intrigued. Well, she's a bit rough around the edges. I think most... Oh my god! Where is it? It's her! Oh my god. That can't be. The Sakazaki is either his... Wait. Where is Tsutsumi? He's not even here. We don't know his last name. His last name has to be Sakazaki, dude. That has to be it. Last I heard... Oh, going to college? Damn it. It's not her, guys. False alarm. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college. Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady. Oh, man. This guy's so weird. Stop being weird, Ario. Stop that. What kind of cop are you, making baseless assumptions like that? Also, why are you being so weird about this? It's really giving me the creeps right now. She's living on her own, though, huh? You must worry about her. Worry? I don't even know where she lives. Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere. I would not. I don't think. Well, maybe I would. We love a dad. We love a dad who cares. Except he's not there because she got taken away. Anyway. That'd be a really cool twist, though. That would have been a cool twist. I would have loved to see that. Come on now. We both know that's not true. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man. You sure have a soft side, boss. And you know it. What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? He can't keep up with you. And then he starts beating him up. Oh, sorry, boss. Oh. We're done talking about this. Ario, god damn it. College student. Hold up. Are you okay? Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought she was a college student. She's not a college student no more. She got her college degree. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Just making sure no one else is related, okay? It would have been a cool twist too, I think, if it was if he was related to Yoko. About Tsutsumi. Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nenjamin murder. You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding. It was really weird. You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time. Wait, what? How? When were you in the academy? Were you in the academy when you were in elementary? Hello? but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. All just a coinky dink. I'm just making up words. Anyway, I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy? It did. We were all terrified. But I was so interested in it. It was so interesting. Seems like something he'd say. Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may never have caught him at all. I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end. That's right, we didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have struck Fumichika Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It's already been 20 years though. God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it. I'm sorry. Interesting, what is this case? A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Huh. Testing revealed it to belong to a missing female high school student, as it appeared to have been severed deliberately. The police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off. At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. This is kind of interesting. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Excuse me. Nejima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious. As she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, he proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working his way inward slowly and methodically. His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Nejima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom and returning to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened. The brutality of his actions shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Najima readily divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him than expressions of remorse. Although the efficiency of his method strongly suggested that he had committed similar crimes in the past, no corroborating evidence ever came to light. Najima was sentenced to life in prison at his first hearing. The sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Yeah, I'm honestly curious if this does tie into the main story. I have a feeling the girl that died could be somehow like one of the spirits related to this, right? Definitely could be. Or it's possible that the girl who died could be one of the curse bearers that they're one of the people they're trying to resurrect, right? I wonder about that. About the cult. So all the cult stuff, have you heard about it, boss? What are you talking about? This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about. No, not you too. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. And I hate it. Oh, you have? That's surprising. Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. Except maybe it does. I just don't know. But don't you think the occult stuff in this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo, in Sumida City. So I thought that maybe... Cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with that rite of whatever that record of fates. Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult? Stop that. Seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but... Bringing the dead back to life? That's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it? That's very interesting since... Before we started this chapter... He's trying to resurrect someone, right? So I wonder if that means he is into the occult. You're very smart, Mr. Area. Also, there's nothing else to look at. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yokohama Ichome were originally built as part of the daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. There's something behind me. Yeah. Okay, for a second there. I swear. I wonder how we're gonna get the curse. I guess we can try thinking right now. We've got a bad feeling. Oh yeah, no, I already know about that. Just look at the scene. This is where the victim was found. It's clean now. Almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. Well, boss, I think that about does it. Right. Let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Ooh! Oh God, what is that? Huh? Boss? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile on me again. Damn it. It was that case all along. Boss, what is it? There's something over there? Ugh. Such deep sorrow. Huh. I wonder what his is. Kill them. Kill them. Those who spread lies. Kill them all. You have acquired the power of the curse stone, the Evergreen Beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. Holy shit. No way. That is OP. Resentful memory. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Interesting. That is honestly one of the best curses. Because he's a cop. And people light up cops all the time, dude. There's no way. Boss, what's the matter? Let me give you a smooch. Don't tell me you really went senile. Sorry, I'm fine. Ario. Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no. Your senility is kicking in, isn't it? Now we've got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. Unpaid overtime. I'm sorry, Ario. We're not going home tonight. Huh? What are you talking about? I never work overtime. Unpaid? Anyway. This is very, very interesting. It seems like, to me, this was happening around the same time we got our powers, it seems like. That is interesting. So his power is, his curse is really strong. Just because he's a cop and he wants to know the truth, right? He's trying to figure something out. In that case... Oh, but I don't know his motive though. Because, right? He's trying to initially solve a case, but now he wants to revive someone? Who does he want? Who did he want to revive? We still don't even know that. Hold on. I feel like he doesn't really want to revive people or resurrect anyone. Because when we met him initially, somewhere here, we didn't choose to kill him. And he didn't choose to kill us, even though he could have. So... And the reason why he was quiet the entire time we were talking to him as Shogo, I feel like he was trying to avoid using his curse. Huh. That is really interesting. Anyway, I guess we can go with the last one. Haruo Shigima, which will probably tie everything together. So let's check it out. When the son of Haruo Shigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. Holy shit. 1 year later, Haruo has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsettled case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Huh. Yeah, I think the cop... Oh my god. I guess we're getting the curse immediately. Hello? Kill them. Kill them. The flame bearers. Kill them all. You've acquired the power of the curse stone, the haunting clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or a fire-starting device on their person. Interesting. Excuse me. I guess we're just getting right into it. A murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Thank you. Rhythm thief. Kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Interesting. 12 a.m. So she's the one who got the curse the earliest, seems like. Shigima Mansion reception room. Oh, she's rich, rich. I forgot when I gave this Michael Jackson voice. Fuck. Back with me, ma'am. I need to look at his face real quick. Okay, there we go. Can't say I understand what just happened. Um, that was really weird. But it certainly seems to have put you in a good mood, which is also really weird and concerning. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Oh my god, she's messed up. She's so messed up right now. Sweet dreams? Somebody help this woman, please. 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 Okay, let's look at her. Housewife. Haruo is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shumoku Bridge. Her 11-year-old son Shuichi. Shuichi? Oh my god, Danganronpa? Anyway, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case. A mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. Interesting. I wonder if this detective is one of them. Or maybe it's the reason why he got transferred? I wonder. And that face, I know, right? Oh my god. She is so messed up. The incident was covered up and Shuichi's killer remains at large. Holy shit. No wonder why. Leading the aggrieved Haruo to call on the services of private investigator Richter Kai to uncover the truth. Oh my goodness, my my allergies. Sorry if I sound like a little bit nasally. The Shigima family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigima line work as police bureaucrats. Oh, oh my goodness. And senior police officers. Haruo's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigima clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. Hmm. So she's related to police. Interesting. However, as her family prioritizes work above all else, it wasn't long before Haruo's marriage grew cold. Though she wants for though she wants for nothing, she's isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Haruo a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Haruo spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and she took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. A few months ago, Haruo's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home, with Haruo left to live in a large empty mansion alone. As a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time comes in to take care of all the housework, Haruo has nothing but time on her hands. Interesting. No, not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I forgot what kind of voice I gave him. I need to remember. Let's look at the stereo, I guess. Or what is this? Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before, well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me take a closer look. I knew it. It's head Honjo from way back in set number 1. This is a real collector's item. Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of mockingbirds. The what? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. The best part is, nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town. Soon enough, it won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. To think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh yeah, we've got our collectible number 1. These stickers are cursed? They could be, but they look cool. I kind of want one now. Oh man, there's so many of them. I think we need all of these for sure. Wait, what? Find all 20 of them scattered around. I wonder what happens when you find all 20. Anyway. So it seems like I just randomly got a curse here in my own room. A colored television. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. Oh my god, wait a minute. Father. Is it the storyteller? He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there is no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. But with father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell in disuse. I see. The swinging of the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual with Richter here. Usually it's just me. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I rarely find a use for it. Interesting. Rotary phone. The telephone. This mansion has a private line. Oh, interesting. The lights. The chandelier is the only thing in here that's my choice. It's my favorite part of the room. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since before I was born. Huh. I wonder how old that is. An arrangement of flowers. You're bringing someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. Hibiscus? Maybe? Or like, what was it? Hysamiaminth. Or something. I forgot. Hyacinth. Anyway, if you know your flowers, please tell me. A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. Which is a bit odd, but it's cool. Alright, let's talk to Mr. Richter Kai. He looks cool as hell, though, I have to say. His design, pretty top-notch. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They said he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Alta City and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective. But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times, but he seems like the reliable sort. Okay. I guess we know a little bit more about him. He was a police officer before. Wait, what? Richter studied alongside Detective June Ario at the police academy. They're the same age. Huh. This is odd. You know what's really odd about this? is how they're all connected somehow. Huh. I don't know. I feel like the connections are like important for some reason. Excuse me. Okay. Wait, what? Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers. Huh. That's a really interesting thing about him I didn't knew. Amma Mori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case. Amma Mori. I wonder if she's related to any of this. This is all very interesting. I don't know how, I don't know why, but Ario is the culprit. I mean, right now, oh my god, we don't even know anything about him. Oh my god. He's the most sus. And because of that, I feel like it's probably not him. And like, culprit of what exactly? The one who started all of this? I don't know. The way he's so suspicious makes me think that it's probably not him. She's also really suspicious though, honestly speaking. I'm not sure if you were there during the first stream, but if you check it out, she has some odd mannerisms that are super subtle, but I feel like it's very suspicious too. Excuse me. Okay, let me drink some water before you start the dialogue. Also, it's very disturbing that it's so quiet in this game. Like there's no background noise right now. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out and smiling and stuff, which is weird. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Care to tell me what that was all about, Miss? Well, where to start? So she tells everything about it to him. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. So the haunting clapper's curse, Echo, appeared out of nowhere. Told you how to perform the rite of resurrection, and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right? That's right. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself, after all. It looked like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. I'm trying to read the text, but I'm so distracted by Richter's chest. I know, right? Bruh, cover it up, you slut. I don't think you quite understand. Oh? This isn't about evidence, and it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head as clear as day. You just knew, huh? It was etched into my soul, along with the curse echo's resentful memories. So I can feel it, what it was like. Dying like they did, hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony, all the rage. It fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. I see. That could be a problem, ma'am, because I'm a private investigator and not a assistant to a murderer. But you think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity. The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Talk about a spanner in the works. I say we take the stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going. That might be a good idea. Alright, now we're going back to talking. First, let's think. What is this woman thinking? My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance at long last. Alright, let's talk about the investigation. That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigima. Oh yes, I remember. They never did find the one who did it. That's what I'm here about today. In fact, kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of 1 lead. So you said. As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway. I remember. You were just about to tell me. Huh. So this is the kidnapping. Was kidnapped on his way home from school, with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortion scheme, but when it came to light that the Shigima family was closely tied to the police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it was quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit, losing the public's confidence. The culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Haruo reached the breaking point. Spurred by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible, but her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up with stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but the case is long gone cold. Interesting. It seems to me the police fucked up big time. And the father and the husband decided not to just give the money. So they... Which makes sense why she's so like... You know, like fucked up. Like, cause... To me, I would hate my husband and father if they decided to just, you know, hold on to their pride rather than, you know, saving my son. But like, okay, I'm sorry about what happened to you, but also can we not be killing? That would be cool. Anyway, let's see what Mr. Kai Richter has to say about the investigation. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I've found and then we can make a decision? Alright. What did you find? Sure. What did you find about the kidnapping? I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself. No, I'm very familiar. Then I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. The police traced the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, Northern Oyoko River here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area. That's right. In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from. But it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive. Since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls, Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely that he was abducted by a car on his route home. Maybe, but... Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He never would have gotten into a car with a stranger. That's right. I was very firm about that. I knew he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children. It's possible that they forced him into the car. The only issue there is, there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed. But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious at all. So did they target him at some other time? Or somewhere away from his usual route? Both of those seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off? The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must have just gotten lucky. Well, why not turn the problem on its head? What do you mean? The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into the car. But how? The only thing that makes sense to me is if they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew. But all of the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. The police checked them all thoroughly. They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. But what if it wasn't someone he knew? Or rather, what if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? I see. That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigima family has close ties with the police after all. He would have had a reason to trust them. You might be right. A police officer, huh? But surely that couldn't have... Well, there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers stand out. That's sort of the point after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. So, what is it, Mr. Richter? But here's another interesting little bit of trivia I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man like myself. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong. That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean... Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gotten into a car? He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children. You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But if Shuichi believed it, then we might have something here. Then, you think the culprit was a young woman? What? What? No way. Does she have a tie with killing and kidnapping? Could it be possible? Huh. Interesting. Housekeeper. Hold on. I have a suspicious feeling that she's the housekeeper of this house we're in right now. Huh. But it was a man's voice on the phone. Oh wait, sorry. But it was a man's voice on the phone. She might have been an accomplice. Or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. Interesting. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See, what I said about people's biases, that goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. Oh my god, my allergies are killing me. Oh. Excuse me, guys. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school route, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he had. Do you mean he saw it happen? Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if he could talk in private. Interesting. Who is this man he talked to? Several hours earlier. Alright, this should do. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me, what was your name again? Who the fuck? Who the hell? Janochi. Got it. Well, Janochi, I'm all ears. That's kind of weird if you're all ears. Anyway, just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? Michael Jackson? Come on. I hate myself. Anyway, this hairdo? I know, right? This is very 70s. How should I know what a private detective looks like? Oh, forget it. Looks like I'll tell you straight. My life is in danger. I need your help. Huh? You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who is trying to kill you? I like how he turns it around. A student. Michio Shiraishi. What? Huh? Alright, now what the hell is going on here? What? Who the hell is Jonochi? Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. That girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. Come again. I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it, or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some valuable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I couldn't. She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life. So you've been sitting on that all this time. And you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? Yes, that's it. Exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her, I'm telling you. She's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying. But it just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? I'm sorry, but you're losing me here, Bubbo. It's true, her house, it's... forget it, why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. Enough. I'll find someone else to help me. Hey. Huh. Looks like another one bites the dust. I wish he said that. Oh my god. Anyway. And that's about the long and short of it. And even medium, I guess. I can hardly believe it. You would literally say that. I swear to God. At the time, I thought his mention of Chris was just crazy talk. I should have believed him because he's probably dead by now. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. How many hours was that ago? Wait, what? 11 hours ago, right? Wait a minute. Nothing adds up at all. She died. When did she die? 1 week ago. What? Wait a minute. She died 1 week ago. So if she's... Wait. If she's the kidnapper, or related to the kidnapper somehow, when was... Shuji was kidnapped a year ago. Okay, so that lines up. What doesn't line up is that Janochi's story. Because she died a week ago. But he only talked to him a few hours ago. Huh. But I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it. Then if he can just find that girl. Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, then there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. Also, my nostrils are getting flooded. Let me drink some water real quick. Oh. Apologies for the allergies. His full name's Kohei Janochi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida. A teacher? This schoolgirl is one of his students? I think that's very likely. And I think it's very sus of him. At last, we've got a lead. Hopefully it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. Except she's dead. And, okay, hold up. This is all getting... Oh my god. Let me back it up, guys. Back it up, back it up. So, this girl right here died last week. And, she is trying to find her killer. And she is somehow related to this man who also died. When did he die? Yesterday. Holy shit. This guy died yesterday. And he was related to her, right? Somehow? Or am I wrong? One of the students, I believe. Anyway, and she wait, no, not. Oh, this is what the boy looks like. Huh. She is looking for the killer of the son who's related to her kidnapping the son. Oh my god. This is getting a little bit too confusing. All right, let's just talk about you, man. All right, let's talk about the rite of resurrection. The rite of resurrection, huh? I read about that in an occult magazine the other day. Apparently, some old book showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say that the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo. I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope, real hope for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered, what if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive. You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Plain and simple. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the right. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. But, and this is a big but, like mine. If this right is a real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul. Is that a problem? If it comes to that, then I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Oh, that's a shame. A shame, huh? That's all? I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Oh, sorry. You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that? I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this. That's so, is it? Dear, oh dear. What have I gotten myself into? If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill all the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them. I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. What if we pay him? Come on, man. How much can I give you to change your mind? Sorry, ma'am, but not everyone has a price. I've got my policies, and I stick to them. I see. I didn't realize you were so stubborn. Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out. What do you have in mind? Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later. Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole a curse stone using my curse? Would you disapprove?
That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you now. My. I see. So that's what happened earlier on. She was just bluffing, and he was there to see if he will uphold his contract or not, or like his deal with her. Interesting. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me about that curse of yours? The haunting clappers, was it? That's one of the seven mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly. That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here, I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that. In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make their bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from you from anywhere. That sounds sensible. And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right? That's right. In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fire. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. Seems like a good curse to have. It's simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table. You really think it's that good? The target can't do much to throw it off, and it has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pocket and say that condition were already filled before they even knew you're there. They wouldn't even know what hit them. Maybe I would have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said. Threats could work, although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be. If only you could use the curse, then back out at the last second. At the last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now, on you. What the? Ma'am. That's an interesting proposition, but I'd rather not risk it on me. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. Oh, I see. You're an odd one, ma'am. You almost tried to kill me. If you don't mind me saying, and I don't think it's just a curse. You're really weird. You flatterer. Richter's already hot enough, lady. I know, right? He's already smoking. Look at him. As for what we should do next, first of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine, okay? Okay, so what's the choice that we have to make now? Right then. Have you decided what you want me working on? Um, uh, how about, let's not do any sort of killing and figure out the kidnapping. I think that makes the most sense. Finally. Finally, I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son. Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus all my efforts on looking into the kidnapping. Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. Could you search for the other curse bearers? So it didn't matter what my choice was. What the hell? Yeah. Alright, I see how it is. So there was no choice to begin with. Well, I'd be happy to help. Odds are good that the other curse bears are also working by night. Anyone they kill under the cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bears by night. And once the city wakes up and I can start asking questions, I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain. Thank you. That's more than enough. Well, except you won't find her because she's dead. Now then. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I found out anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout. Alright. There's no telling what kind of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can't help it. Try to be ready for anything. I will. Well, if that's all, I should be going. So long, cowboy. Alright. That was a lot more tame than I imagined because of our first encounter with this lady. But it seems like she was just bluffing all along. Or not, she did kill me, but still. Anyway. I guess that's that. Everything is more complex than I thought. Because I thought it was gonna be diverging timelines. But really, we're diverging protagonists now as well, which is odd. But somehow they're all connected, which I find very interesting. And I do hope to learn more about them sooner enough. Anyway, my allergies have been getting worse and worse. I think you can hear my nasally voice get even worse as the stream went on, but thank you guys so much for watching and dropping by. And yeah, not really my best voice acting during this playthrough, but I'll make up for it because of this nasally voice. Anyway, thank you guys so much for dropping by, and I'm trying to decide who we should go for next, or if we should continue one straight timeline, which I kind of want to do. So I guess we'll try to figure that out next time. You still kill it, Asphodel. Thank you for the stream. Thank you so much too for dropping by. And yeah, I think I will be streaming again tomorrow, not tonight. It's already tonight for me. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, which could be... No, that'll be tomorrow for everyone else as well. So, I forgot how time worked for a second there. Anyway, yes. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. We'll be continuing this. Hopefully my allergies don't attack again. And yeah. Hopefully we figure out what the hell really is going on here. Anyway, thank you guys so much for dropping by. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.